going on, y'all? What's up? What's going on, everybody? I know y'all surprised. I'm coming back with another video of today, Jupiter transiting inside of Cancer in 2025. Okay? What I'm going to be doing is definitely uploading more videos and being more active instead of like being idle. And I didn't want to make a lot of PowerPoints because I didn't want to make a lot of PowerPoints because I knew it would take me a long time if I did that. Alright, so we're going to be talking about a lot of different things in this video. I have a lot of time. I got off work early, so I thought, hey, why not, you know, why not look at a chart and see what's a new transit, what's one of the newest huge transits. That's crazy because I wasn't coughing really all day. But I guess this is the most I probably been talking all day, to be honest. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, why I don't have many pages. I don't have many pages, because I knew it would take all night long, and I just don't. I'm just tired of being inconsistent, so I'm trying to keep up with myself and with you guys, so you guys can get some information and just be more healthy, you know. Alright, so we're into where Jupiter is transiting in Western astrology, or so we call it what is it called, tropical, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, which is different than sidereal. And what is sidereal and tropical astrology? The two difference is that one is on the east side of the of Earth, which is the East Coast, and if you're in America, we live basically on the West Coast, if that makes sense. So you got people who's like, if I'm not mistaken, India is on the East Coast, Iraq, you know, other countries. That's all I'm trying to say. That is basically on the East Coast. And Western astrology is the sun rising on our side, which is the West Coast. Okay, so the sun rises basically different time frames. So basically your birth of time, like they're basically just two astrology systems to judge a whole person's chart or life, basically. they're one and the same, because as long as you got like the accuracy of as long as you got your time of birth and your birthday, and most definitely your time of birth, you're 100% good. Like it's 100% going to be right, well, regardless. But if you don't, and you got to go through basically it's like a recertification or recertification or I don't know. Basically, it's trying to come an AI system trying to come up of your exact time of your birthday, of who you are, if that makes sense, I think. Alright, so what is Jupiter? Jupiter is your broad mind. So whenever you have a big bright what the fuck is the word? A big bright not just big and bright, but Jupiter is just something you are very optimistic about. It is not your obsessions, but it is your I forgot the word. What the freak? This is a terrible I guess this is a terrible time to be speaking. Jupiter is your consumption, basically. Your overindulgence. So I would say Jupiter is obsessions as well, but nah, it's not, because that's 8th house, but at the same time it's Jupiter as well. It's 9th house as well, and here's why. Jupiter is with you confidently overindulging, meaning you confidently you are heavily invested into like something that is like a big picture in your life that you are so very happy about. Jupiter is your happiness. Okay. Jupiter is your happiness. Why? Jupiter is your happiness because, let's say I think something, right? I'm like, alright, let's say I go to the vending machine. That's what I did today. I'm going to give you a wild example. I go to the vending machine, right? I buy something, or I plot, or I always get something, right? And I keep eating, I keep indulging. My indulgence comes from whatever my mind cannot get enough of. Okay? Jupiter is expansion. Things in your life that is getting big. Whether, I know it's the most beneficial planet, but it can also be too big to where it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or too big to where it's overly right or overly wrong, in a sense, to where one's thinking or one's mindset is not growing in the best good capacity. Jupiter Jupiter is that. Jupiter is your highest intelligent capacity. What do I mean by that? Okay, what subject are you good at? Boom, Jupiter. Why? Jupiter has a way of not only thinking of the answers, but indulging in the answers of rightness, of happiness, of saying, hey, I think I know this. Jupiter is your overall knowledge. Okay? Meaning, not what you're hiding, but more necessarily, I want to put it as Sun and Jupiter as like your gifts, like your known gifts, right? So Jupiter is your known gifts. Okay. And Jupiter is flavors. Jupiter is flavors. Jupiter is your teachers. Jupiter is your fathers overall. Every single father. And here's what I mean by that. No. Jupiter is the fathers that give you wisdom in your life. You got an older male with masculine energy that just oozes when they come around you. The masculine energy oozes benefits of goodness towards you. Meaning like you receive help, you receive information that you never known. That's Jupiter. And if you have male people in your life, that is like father figures. That's Jupiter. Jupiter is father figures. Saturn is a father. Saturn is your father figure, right? But more so genetically. Jupiter is your father figure, more so experience wise. Okay? Jupiter wants to Jupiter is double bodied, but Jupiter is so huge that they notice they tend to notice their other mindsets, if you get what I'm saying. Jupiter is your your brothers, sisters, and cousins, enemies, frenemies. Yes, I said it, frenemies. Because with Jupiter, it could have been a benefit, but with Jupiter, it could be a huge problem, if you know what I'm saying. Jupiter is overall good judgment. Okay. It's your judgment, but more so it's the judgment that it's possible to change. Okay? See, Saturn is kind of permanent judgment. Jupiter is hopeful judgment. More so, like, even if it's bad, like, you ever thought about something like, damn, that's so bad that it's like, it sounds so, it's so huge. Like, somebody tell you something that's so huge that about somebody, like, that you look up to, that you hope is not true. Jupiter is that. Jupiter is that feeling of like, being overly thoughtful, or not thoughtful, but optimistic. Okay. Like, it sounds so bad that you hope it's not true, in a sense of you don't disbelief. Jupiter is not only your belief, but it is your disbelief, which you do not believe. Somebody tell you something, you're like, man, I don't believe that shit. Like, and it sounds crazy, but it could be dead ass true. Jupiter will think that, but if you have I wouldn't say if you have enough proof, but even if you had proof, Jupiter is the planet to where, like, maybe, hey, you might get scolded, like that person, like, man, this and that. Jupiter is that hopefulness, that, like, maybe some, like, damn, I still hope something still comes to best for that individual. That's Jupiter, even if it's your enemy. Jupiter is your long distance cousins, especially from your father's side. Jupiter is the cousins from your father's side. Jupiter is the firstborn from your father. What is Cancer? Cancer is water. Cancer is nurturing. Fourth house is your mother's actions. Your mother's body structure. Your mother's not inheritance, but I would say your mother's genetic inheritance. Fourth house is your feelings, your family, your car, your foods, your chest. Fourth house is the chest. Jupiter is your thighs. So in astrology they call this basically a it's on the tip of my tongue, exalted position. Why? Jupiter is benefits of any type, especially if it's a lot. Cancer is your natural, your subconscious mind, but more so your subconscious in general. So within that being said, this is kind of like in a period of time of where your subconscious is expanding, or I would say your maybe there's a chance that either, it depends on what house you're in, but maturity is expanding, and especially if you have any negativity towards either your fourth house or of course the moon, negativity. So your subconscious might indulge in your negativity of feelings, or your positivity in feelings. Overindulge in either one. Okay. Beware, try to balance this out, but also this is, fortunately, this is 100% a good moments of time. Okay. Homeland, basically, people will be trying to move out of town or just into a new place that is possibility more bigger than what they currently have. Jupiter is more so not influencing the past, but Jupiter is more so having faith in everyday moments, everyday reflections, and every past habit or behavior. Okay. Jupiter is love, and so is Cancer. Cancer is love because self-nurturing, or I would say not just self-nurturing, but more so self-esteem or self-caring is fourth house. So how well you take care of yourself is fourth house. The moon is every day. It reflects on us every day. Fourth house is your mood. So what this will do is it will amplify what you feel naturally, okay, or what you would want to feel naturally, okay. And Jupiter will expand your feelings to a more optimistic notch, to where it doesn't bring loneliness, it only brings closetivity. Okay. With Jupiter and Cancer, it brings a lot of closetivity. There's a chance also with Jupiter and Cancer that if you have a vehicle, you might want to either buy another one on top of that, or just buy a whole new one that is probably more expensive with Jupiter and Cancer, because Jupiter wants to buy the extravagant things. Jupiter is your over expenses, which you spend overly on. Okay, you got to be careful. With second house opposing eighth, what's after 7 is 8. So you could be 100% indulging in whatever you feel like, no matter what circumstance you are currently in at the time. With Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter also increases government benefits. What do I mean by that? Not just welfare government benefits. I mean like the government will be more, I would say, fixated on comparison to other countries. Because when Jupiter comes in Cancer, right? What is Cancer? Cancer is your homeland. It's not only where you stay, but what country you stay in. Jupiter increases that, it influences, and then you have 4th house opposing the 10th. 10th house is the government. Okay? The opposite sign is always looking for the opposite sign no matter what. Okay? With that being said, Jupiter wants to be more, with Jupiter in Cancer, every country will want to be more, will show more beneficial, not benefits, but more so just help around the country, just knowledge, wisdom, and not only knowledge and wisdom, but experience. Okay, Jupiter is going to give that experience of, hey, we have to be careful, because there's a lot of things, again, like with Jupiter and Cancer, there's a lot of things going on right now with uprising, almost on a war, because you know, this semi-war with Iran and all that. But what I'm trying to say is Jupiter will try to shine in security within that home state, meaning helping the civilians, being more secured, showing more flexibility towards towards the people in general, like trying to more so not just cage the people in, but more so help them in the benefit. Okay, but if this goes wrong, Jupiter will do that, and it will make things worse. Or Jupiter will think of ideas, or the government will think of ideas that could possibly harm the homelands, or just like other countries in general too, to make things worse. Really just depends on everything. But Jupiter, Cancer is Cancer is your home decoration and your home luxuries. Okay, Jupiter is not really your luxuries, because it's flexible. Okay, it might be this one day, it might be that, and that's what I meant by my story earlier. Like, I go to the vending machine, right? I'll overindulge, but not only that, I'll overindulge in different snacks, right? The same snacks, but different snacks. And I might be I might scope something out and think like, hey, I might want this. Okay, that's Jupiter right there. Cancer is your grandparents, so maybe your grandparents is moving away, or I said Cancer, that's 10th house. So maybe your mom is traveling. Jupiter in Cancer, your mom wants to travel or move houses. Okay, this will influence a lot of mothers who have children, or a lot of moms in general. Well, to be a mom, you gotta have a child, right? I think. But yeah, you do. But Jupiter in Cancer, yes. So if you're a mom, it will influence that configuration to either travel abroad to a different home or travel with your security to another home. Either or, okay? Jupiter wants to have that more so that newness. Okay. Jupiter wants more. It does. It's a planet that it's the biggest planet in the solar system and ours. So with that being said, not to say it's greedy, but it can definitely be greedy. Jupiter in Cancer will influence more, I would say, things inside home. Maybe more type of technology, or more like culture variations of like I would say like, hey, I watch anime, so like that's like Japanese, right? It is Japanese, but that's just to say like more invitation of another pattern of culture of Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer will be more open with cultural perspectives. Okay, Jupiter wants to expand the knowledge between other race and background groups to feel kind of more secure about how they feel. Or maybe Jupiter in Cancer, there's a lot of perspectives of foreign people or just people anywhere that you're foreign in, whether it's work, whether it's literally another country. It will influence that to kind of make it to where you're like, hey, I'm indulging, I'm actually having a good time. I feel like I could change myself a little bit more. I could change how I feel about certain ethnic groups because I didn't have that type of information before. Because sometimes Jupiter is ideal, not idle, but ideal, meaning like it has conquered a lot of information, but within not just one space, but more so the wrong categories. And then Jupiter, it will make you do that, or like maybe you gain the wrong information, it'll make you do that, then you read something else or a different book, or you might read something else, or you might know somebody who has a style. They might let you in their home and it looks unique. I keep saying unique. It looks beautiful, stunning. And then that kind of gets you attached to kind of learn more about what certain things mean when you walk into another race or ethnic ethnicity group house or home. Okay, so June 9th to 2025 to June 30th 2026, so that's how long Jupiter will be in Cancer. I'm gonna stop this video because it's getting late. I love you guys, and I will be uploading a part 2 for this, so do not worry, I will definitely be uploading a part 2, and then I'll get back to Gemini, and then of course get back to the Sun in Cancer. I will have more information when it comes to Jupiter in Cancer, 4th house. I just wanted to freestyle and just share a video with you guys. Love you guys. Peace and take